जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि.
We have to do Havan now, so please join us. Om Agnivire Purohitam Yagyasya Deva
Bhutadhaemam Yityagnim Pratishthāpanam Tamarpajāmi Namaha. Om Adidena Mannasva, Om Anamadena Mannasva, Om Saraswadena Mannasva, Om Devadavida Prasumbaha, Om Gnana Antva Ganapatikam Dvamahe, Kavim Kavinagubhamasrabhattamam, Jetarajam Brahmanam Brahmanadvare, Radhanno Devitte Dadhajanake, Swaha. Om Trim Hrim Klim Glam Glom Ganganavadaje Varavarada Sarvajanam Eva Samanaje Swaha. Om Trim Hrim Klim Glam Glom Ganganavadaje Varavarada Sarvajanam Eva Samanaje Swaha. Om Trim Hrim Klim Glang Glom Ganganavadaje Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vasamanaya Swaha. Mahaganapati Kripakatatta Siddhirastu. Om Triyambakam Yajamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Dhritnyarmutte Jamamrudha Swaha. Om Triyambakam Yajamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Dhritnyarmutte Jamamrudha Swaha. Om Triyambakam Yajamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Dhritnyarmutte Jamamrudha Swaha. Om Ganambikaji Vidmahe Mahatapaji Dhimahe Tanno Gauri Prachodayate Swaha. Om Katyajanaja Vidmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahe Tanno Durgi Prachodayate Swaha. Om Narayanaja Vidmahe Vasudevaja Dhimahe Tanno Vishnu Prachodayate Swaha. Om Mahadevyaja Vidmahe Vishnuvatneja Dhimahe Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayate Swaha. Om Vajranakaja Vidmahe Tritnadantraja Dhimahe Tanno Narasimha Prachodayate Swaha. Om Ugram Veeram Mahavishtam Jalandham Sarvadomukha Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityo Mrityum Namamyakam Swaha. Om Ugram Veeram Mahavishtam Jalandham Sarvadomukha Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityo Mrityum Namamyakam Swaha. Om Brahma Murare Tripurantakari Bhanuttati Bhumi Sudo Budaste Gurustha Sukraha Saniragukedavaha Sarve Grihaha Shantikara Bhavantu Swaha. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsvadurvare Inyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayate Swaha. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsvadurvare Inyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayate Swaha. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsvadurvare Inyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayate Swaha. Sukriti Samyodya Sobhanarthe Kshemaye Punaragamanaye ja.
Hera, 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 Hera. जग में साचो तेरो नाम, जग में साचो तेरो नाम। हेरा, 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 कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसा श्री भगवान को, ऐसा श्री को बार बार प्रणाम है, बार बार प्रणाम है।
कृष्ण दिल का धाम है,
का धाम है, ऐसा से भगवान को
ऐसा से भगवान को
बार बार प्रणाम है, बार बार प्रणाम है।
प्रणाम है, बार बार प्रणाम है।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे
कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। With those beautiful kirtan, we welcome you this morning to our puja. We hope that you will join with us, and if you join with us, we hope you enjoy and also get some peace of mind. This world is a difficult world. It's filled with its trials and tribulations. and all of us seek a little bit of calmness, even temporarily. Because if this calmness is with us permanently, then we don't need kirtan and bhajans anymore. But even if the calmness is with you permanently, kirtan and bhajan is like stoking the fire, keeping it going. So please join with us. Asangoham, 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 punah punah. Satchidananda Rupoham,
Satchidananda Rupoham,
Ahameva Ahamavyaham,
Ahameva Hamavyaham.
Nadharvanashtosve Nacha Atmavede Na Bhakti Mantva Charanarabinde Akincha Ananya Gati Sharalya Tvatpadamulam Sharanam Prapadye Asangoham. Let the violin, tunes of the violin take us far away from here. Way beyond space, way beyond everything. And take us to nothingness, absolute nothingness. And enjoy nothingness. I am nothing. There is nothing. There's only nothing, nothing, nothing. Guru Surya hai, Chandra Guru hai.
Guru Surya hai, Chandra Guru hai.
Guru hai Purna Prakash.
Guru hai Purna Prakash.
गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है, गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है, तन मन को उल्लास।
Guru Surya hai,
Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva
Bolo Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva
Jivve Pivasva Amrita Deva Govinda Damo Dharmadhavete
Shri
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Sabko gaye bhav se.
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
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 Oh, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Shri Krishna Govinda.
Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
Vasudevam Sram Devam Kamsa Chandravardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatguru.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
Bolo Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari.
He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
We welcome Rupa and his family here this morning from Guyana. They're celebrating their 39th wedding anniversary. We ask Bhagavan Krishna to bless them, the children, and of course their daughter-in-law, and hope that all good things come to them. When we wake up, why we do these prayers? Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. There's some people who don't even know where a temple is, or a mosque, or whatever the case may be. Some people know, but in all of us, God resides. Why do we say God resides in all of us? Because look, you have 5 fingers. If you take away one finger, if you take away the tip of one finger, you know that you're in misery. Something is short. It can't work as well as it was. We also know the liver is in its right place. The kidneys are in the right place. The heart is in its right place. The brain is in the right place. And when we doubt the existence of God, we should reflect upon these things, that there must be someone who is organizing this, organizing things like this. Because when you started in your mother's womb, you were just one cell, the cell of your mother. Then a cell from your father came, and then 2 cells come together. And from 2 it becomes 4, from 4 it becomes 8, from 8 it becomes 16, 16 it becomes, and so forth, 64 and so forth. There were no brain then. There were no kidneys then. There was no heart then. And then in 3 to 4 months' time, you could hear, or you could see even on ultrasound now, the heart working. It is to us like magic. But this is the magic of the Lord. And this magic, the magic of the Lord, He is called, what is the Lord called?
Bhagwan.
Bhagwan. And there are 6 qualities of Bhagwan. And these 6 qualities are, there are 6 qualities or attributes. And these 6 qualities are called, 1, Aishwaryam. All of us have Aishwaryam. All of us have overlordship. We have overlordship over. You're walking on the road, you see an ant. You can decide whether to kill the ant, or you can decide to walk aside. You have overlordship. You do have. All of us have. But you don't have overlordship over an elephant or a cheetah or a tiger or a lion or someone with a gun. You don't have. But the Lord, He has overlordship of everything. And that's why one of His quality is Aishwarya. Aishwarya is easy for you all to remember because you know the film star name is called Aishwarya. So when you remember Aishwarya, you put Ma to it to become Aishwar. Yeah. So if I can leave this one word with you this morning, the Lord is Aishwaryam. He's the overlord of everything. He's also what? Shri. Shri means absolute wealth. We all have wealth. Some have little wealth, some have more wealth than the other. But who is that Lord? The Lord has that Lakshmi with Him, and He is Shri. This is another one of His qualities. I have told you about these 6 qualities before, but I just want to remind you today, as we are talking about Bhagwan, who He is. He's absolute overlordship, absolute wealth. He has absolute knowledge. You know, when you go to Guyana and you hear these pundits speaking, when they give you a lecture, there are 3 words they know. 3 words come from every pundit's mouth. Omnipotent, omniscient, what are the other one?
Omnipresent.
Huh?
Omnipresent.
Omnipresent. Every pundit in Guyana, you ask them to speak, these 3 words come out. Somewhere in the context of the talk. The Lord is absolute jnanam, absolute knowledge. We have knowledge of little bit things. Something we have knowledge of, something we don't. So He is absolute knowledge, vairagyam. Vairagyam means freedom from, right? Okay. So we can have freedom from a banana peel. You get banana peel? Freedom. Throw it away. You know, you want to attachment with it. But there's so many things we are attached to it, besides banana peel. The Lord, absolute vairagya. He has everything, and He has nothing. That is the Lord. Yashash, absolute fame, and viryam, absolute power. And that is why He's called Bhagwan. If anyone asks you, what is the meaning of Bhagwan? Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, that Lord has overlordship. He has all wealth, He has all knowledge, He has absolute freedom, He has absolute fame, and He has absolute power. And that is why when you get up in the morning, you see, there's a gap between waking up and getting up. You wake up, but you don't get up same time. And when you wake, some of us have an alarm. The alarm goes off, but its technology has given us something else called snooze. So you hit snooze button. You got an extra 10 minutes. Then the alarm come again. Then you don't feel like getting up, snooze again. So there's a gap. This is very important. There's a gap between waking up and getting up. In that gap, World War III starts. Oh, I don't think I should get up yet. Oh, you know what? I remember that person who was doing such a bad thing. I remember that you start to think all these negative things. Negativity fills the mind, and some positivity also. And the reason why we do Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, when you wake up, when your eye open up, I don't know how many of you remember this, but when our parents get up, or grandparents, old parents get up in the morning, you know what they will say first? Hey Ram. Have you all heard that? Hey Ram. They will say Hey Ram first. Hey Ram will then try to purify their thoughts. When they purify their thoughts, then we remember who Bhagwan is. Then that gap between waking up and getting out from bed, you remember Bhagwan. When Ramachandra Bhagwan visited the sage Bharadwaj, he asked Bharadwaj, what can I give you? And in this beautiful chopai from Ayodhya Khan,
Shri Ram.
above Doha 107. For those who have their books,
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Labha Avade, Sukha Avade Naduji. Labha Avade, Sukha Avade Naduji. Tumare Darasa Asa Sabha Puji.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Jabakari Kripa, Abakari Kripa, Dehu Bala Eho, Abakari Kripa, Dehu Bala Eho, Nijapada Sada Seja Sahaja Sadeho.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Say, Abakari Kripa ho, Abakari Kripa, Dehu Bala Eho, Abakari Kripa, Dehu Bala Eho, Nijapada Sada Seja Sahaja Sadeho.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Can we give some volume to the violin, please? Can we give some volume to the violin, please? Bolo se Krishna Govinda Hare Murare.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari.
He Nata Narayana Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
Labha avadhi sukha avadhi na duje. There is no higher gain, no greater joy than this, O Prabhu Ram, in beholding you in front of me. All my hopes have been realized. You ask me what I want. Tell me what you want. Money, what? You didn't say money, but tell me whatever you want. Bigger ashram, more disciples. You want more power? You want more Shakti? You want all this? You know what he said? Abakari Kripa. Kripa is what? Grace. Abakari Kripa. Dehu Bada Ehu. Ehu means one. Dehu means give. Bar means moon. Dehu Bada Ehu. Nijapada Sarja Sahajaya Sanehu. All I want is constant and spontaneous. The operative word here is spontaneous. Spontaneous devotion to your feet. I must not think about anything else. When I get up in the morning, the first thing was what? Devotion to your feet. And this is what I'm saying here today. When we get up in the morning, first thing when we wake up, before we crawl out of bed, before you take off all the sheet off you and crawl out of bed, and your thoughts start to getting the better of you, do you know your conscious thoughts is only 1/8 of your thoughts. 7/8 of your thoughts are is in your subconscious mind. 7/8. So if you remember last week I told you, and maybe you all did not like that very much because it was a little bit of a dry talk. I told you that Roger Bannister, and I'm repeating it again, and I see the pharmacist is here, which he did not know who was Roger Bannister either. Roger Bannister had said in 1954 that he will run the mile in under 4 minutes. And he was determined. He made it he built that in his subconscious mind. I am going to do it. And this is so important for all of us, businessmen, student, whatever you want. Once you say, I am going to do it, and I am going to do it, I am going to do it, and you put it in your subconscious mind, you will do it. But when you I don't think I'm capable. So many people have told me, why are you wasting your time? You're not capable of doing this. Small changes held long enough. Can you put it on the board? I pressed it and it will still not be on the board. I don't know. So, is someone in the back there who could? Oh. Yeah. Small changes held long enough become monumental transformations. You got what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Small changes. When you tell yourself, I am going to do it, I am going to do it, everyone around you, including your wife, your husband, your children, oh, daddy, oh, no, you can't do it. I am going to do it. Because you know what? I am not alone. Who I have with me? I have the 8-armed lady with me. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha. Oh, wait, don't change it. Put it back on the way to us, please. Put it back to the small changes. Don't go look for all that. So small changes held long enough. I am going to do it. You know what you're doing? You're telling your subconscious, I am so guilty of that. Over 6 years now, I tell myself I'm going to write a book. And I say, oh, why would I waste time write a book? It would not sell. I don't have no time. What I'm trying to tell you there today affects me also. I am saying, oh, yeah, I'm okay. I get up in the morning, I drink my olive oil, I walk 5 kilometers, I come home, go to the gym. Well, I'm okay. Why should I bother writing? Pressure Sam? What do? Because I am guilty of this. I'm not making the transformation that is necessary. But after studying this weekend, I decided from tomorrow I'll start to write my book. I'll start to write some book. I'll start to write. What am I doing?
That's good.
And after Mr. Ganesh Prasad's come here telling us what we should do, etc., etc., that has caused us. So, our subconscious becomes improved when we do these things. And when you are like Bharadwaj, and what you ask for, give me these small transformations. Lord, let me surrender to your feet. There's nothing like surrender. There's nothing like surrender. When I surrender to your feet, all these go. This beautiful doha, it says, Kadam bachana man chhad chalo, jab lage janu na tumhar. Kadam bachana man chhad chalo, जब लगे जनु न तुम्हार, तब लगी सुख सपने हो नहीं, कि ये को दे उपहार रामा, कि ये को दे उपहार। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। सब कोई
Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Kabira. Shri Ram Jai Jai
राम करम बचन मन छाड़ चलो जब लगे जनु न तुम्हार तब लगे सुख सपने हो नहीं किए को दे अपहार रामा किए को दे उपचार
Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Kabira
Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram.
दुख में सुमिरन सब करे सुख में करे न कोई
दुख में सुमिरन सब करे सुख मांगे न कोई
जो सुख में सुमिरन करे
दुख काहे को होए कबीरा दुख काहे को
बोलो सुख करे So Bharadwaj told Sri Ram that until and unless you are devoted to the feet of the Lord, happiness can never come to you. Money will come, gains will come, properties will come, all these things will come. But you ask the man who, if he wants to tell you the truth, who has gained or who has no spirituality, gain it, but also have your spirituality. Do your puja, sing your bhajan, sing your kirtan, and he will tell you what? Bade bhaye so kya bhaye, jaise ped khajur. Bade bhaye so kya bhaye,
जैसे पेड़ खजूर
पंछी को छाया नहीं, फल लगा अति दूर कबीरा, फल लगा अति दूर. begin where you can.
It's okay.
Oh, begin where you can begin. Begin somewhere. Begin. Improve yourself. I can do it. I will do it. I'm not telling you to get up in Brahma Muhurt. I'm telling you to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't wait until the sun fry your, you know what, and then you get up. Get up before the sun get up. He's telling you, get up. And what Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, work. Work because I like to smell sweat. You know who are the Swamis? Real Swamis? The real Swamis are the ones who are working. Not the one who have the jewelry and waiting for someone to drop something into them. No, they are working. They are teaching. They're teaching children. They're going into prachar, how to live, how not to. They are really Swamis. So begin where you can begin. If you cannot keep what is in your control, if you cannot control what is in your control, then how you can control what is not in your control? Got it? If you can't control what is in your control, which is your senses, your greed, your lust, your etc. Niramala mana janaso mohipava. Niramala mana janaso mohipava. Mohikapata chala chedana bhava.
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Rama.
Bolo Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram.
Oh Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram.
Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram.
Oh Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram.
Your thoughts must be pure, and when your thoughts become pure, it affects your mind. Your mind even doubts you. Your mind doubts you. And when your mind doubts you, how can you progress? Your mind doubts you, so it goes down to your subconscious, and the subconscious says, oh, we can't do it. It's called mixed association. You have thoughts, avoid mixed association. I want to do it, but you know what, I can't do it. That's mixed association. I can do it, oh, I can't do it. Avoid that. Step 2, honor every commitment. You tell your children, I'm going to this function, but when I come home, I will bring you all chocolates. Bring the chocolates. Children are funny people. You tell them you are going to bring something. When daddy come home, he opens the door. What? No chocolate. They think less of you. Honor. This is not chocolate only I'm talking about. I'm talking about commitment to society, commitment to your work, commitment to yourself, commitment to your home, commitment to your family. Honor your commitment. Honor your commitment. And then you run your victory laps. Victory laps mean that when all these things happen, victory will come to be. Victory. He Gopal Radhe Krishna Govinda Govinda. This is a beautiful bhajan which we should try and remember. What they do? It stops the mixed associations we have. It allows us to honor our commitments. And when we honor our commitments, then what? Then we grow. He Gopal Radhe Krishna Govinda Govinda.
Gopal Radhe
Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. We'd like to thank Shiva for being here for us this morning. And Shiva, a thought came to me this morning that in January we'd like to go to Guyana, and I will take you to Guyana with me if you could get the leave. You come with us and enjoy Guyana a little bit with us. You deserve to be there with us because you've done so much for us. In your own little humble way, you've done so much for us. I'd like to thank you for that. We sing these bhajans, we sing these kirtans because people imagine that their thoughts are secret. It's very important. People imagine that their thoughts are secret and have no external consequences because they think those thoughts dwell within their minds only. Shall I repeat what I said? People imagine that their thoughts are secret and they have no external consequences at all because those thoughts dwell within them, away from the sight of others. They do not realize that thoughts not only forge their inner character, but thoughts forge their external appearances also. You got it? Thoughts force their external appearances also. That is why we can look upon someone and say, he seems like a very simple and trustworthy person. Like group, our own group here. For another person, we say, she or he seems to be very cunning. You never had any dealing with them? Just from the chehra, just from the look of their face, just from the look of their eyes, just how they look towards you. They always look downward, they scowl and they look, they frown and they look. All that is photographing their inner thoughts. And stay away from such a person. In each case, it was the thoughts that people harbored. The thoughts that people harbor have sculpted their appearances. So don't feel that when you have bad thoughts in your heart, it doesn't show in your face, it shows in your face. To prevent this from happening, none of us want to have bad thoughts. None of us want people to be think that we are deceitful, we are cunning, etc. But you know, there was a philosopher. His name was Ralph Waldo Emerson. He was sent the translation of the Bhagavad Gita from England by Macaulay to him. In those days, there were no air transport. He took a ship from America and went to England to meet with Macaulay where he read the Gita. And he said, in my living, Gita will be my book, and in my death, Gita will be. And he said, there is full confession in the glances of our eyes. In people's eyes, you can see many things. But you know how more you can see them? When you yourself are a meditator. When you yourself has developed your subconscious. You remember what I told you? Only 1/8 of your thoughts is in the conscious realm. And 7/8 of your thoughts is in the subconscious. And when you can will the subconscious to become conscious, then you can see through people's eyes. And he says that there is full confession in the glances of our eyes, in our smiles, in salutation, and believe me this, in the grasp of your hand. When you shake someone's hand, you can tell what kind of a hand. Is it a Trumpian hand? Or it is it's a good hand. It's very important. Our sin smears us, mars all the good impressions. Men do not know why they do not trust us. The vice glasses the eyes, demeans the cheeks, pinches the nose, and writes, "O fool, fool," on the forehead of a king. Another powerful saying, linking thoughts to character, states, and you all know this, watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, because they become your actions. Watch your actions, because they become your habits. Watch your habits, because they become your character. Watch your character, because it becomes your destiny. And in this beautiful chopai, Lord Rama tells Bhagwan. Bhagwan.
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Pandit Pawan Sita Ram.
Sune mone bachana Rama sakuchane. Bhava bhagati adadaya jane.
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Pandit Pawan Sita Ram.
Tapara gubara muni. Tapara gubara muni sutra susuhava. Kote bate kahe sabahi sudhava.
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Pandit Pawan Sita Ram.
Oh jaya 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 Hanuman Gosai.
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। राम सिया राम, सिया राम, जय जय राम। प्रतीक पावन सीता राम।
Mangal Bhavana Mangal Bhavana Amangal Hari. Japa Vasu Dasarata Yajara Bihari.
राम सिया राम, सिया राम, जय जय राम। प्रतीक पावन सीता राम।
Ram Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
पंडित पावन सीता राम।
और मुनि के वचन सुनकर श्री रामचंद्र जी सकुचा गए और उनकी भाव भक्ति के कारण आनंद से तृप्त हो गए। सकुचे हुए। Bhagwan was embarrassed when Bharadwaj told him how great he was, etc., etc. Even Bhagwan, the Lord, he was embarrassed to hear himself being praised. And today, you look at when you got a function going on and a VIP come, He don't want to sit at the back, you know. When a VIP come, especially in India, they don't, where they want to sit? Front row. The function is going on, and when they come in, what are they doing? To everybody, you know? Pranam to everybody. Because he wants vote, so he comes and sits in the front row. But this is Sri Ram, who Aishwarya. What I told you about this morning, overlordship, Shriya, all absolute wealth, Jnanam, all knowledge, Vairagyam, absolute freedom from longing, absolute fame, and absolute power. He is embarrassed. He is embarrassed when he was praised by Bharadwaj. And so many of us, when we come, we want to be praised. Isn't that right? I went to a function yesterday. And they gave me, not a pirha. You all know what pirha is? Okay. They gave me a board, you know, a flat board with 2 inches from the ground like that. I'm accustomed to have nice cushion, nice. Rudra was going on. I went there. So I sat, Rudra was going on. With respect for the Rudra, I decided that I must sit there. After one Rudram, second Rudram, third Rudram, my back couldn't take it anymore, so I said, you know what, I gotta get up, nobody. But this is not Abhiman, but I had to get up. So what I'm trying to say to you, I like to go, when I go somewhere, I like them to put me in front. I'm not telling you a lie, but when they put me in front, when they put me in such a difficult situation, then the Lord says, you like to go in front? You go in the back now. So I struggled to get up with my large frame. I got up and I went to sit at a chair. Then a gentleman said to me, you know what, Dr. Dubey, you got to move out from here. Because I'm in my dhoti and kurta and everything, properly dressed. The gentleman said to me, you know what, the Swami will be passing here and you'll have to go at the back. I said, bhai, I was just thinking of going. So the whole place is for the Swami. You don't have to worry about me. I'm gone. So I would have stayed, but then after I'm in the way, why should you stay there? So all of us I'm telling you this is a practical story. This is not what is in Ramayana. This is what happened yesterday. So I'm telling you, we all like a little bit of little parthan. All of us like little parthan. But you know what? Lord Rama is saying, you don't need that. Bade bhaye so kya bhaye jaise ped khajur panchi ko chaya nahi aur
फल लागा अति दूर
bolo ram bolo ram
बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम राम
And then I said in my mind, all the great Swamis I've met with in India, face to face, you know, all from Rishikesh right down to south. Anyway, chalo, koi baat nahi. So Bhagwan Ram says, we must have no kind of ego. Ego is what? Edging God out. E-G-O. Ego. Edging God out. Your brother was there, Karamjit. Your brother was there with me when people tell us, both of us to move. He with all his kurta and everything. Bhago. So, that's life. There was a monk. You want to hear a story? Yes. There was a monk, he was dying. And on his deathbed, he's telling the young monk, who's going to take over from him, that look, you have to never keep a cat in your life. So he died, without explaining further. So the young monk was why this old monk is telling me I must never keep a cat in my life. So he went to an old monk, and the old monk, who was not given the position because he was old as it is telling the young monk now. He said, the old monk who died, he said when he came as a young monk, was a handsome young monk, he came, left his family. He had a wife, he had children, left them. And what he did, he came to the forest, to the Himalayas, and then he came down to the village. And when he came to the village, the people saw him there. He was begging food and he's sleeping under a tree. So they decided to build a hut for him. So they built a little bamboo hut for him, and they kept him in his hut. So when he'll bring food and store it, then he only had 2 change of clothing. Well, really 1 change of clothing. One he has on. When he takes that one off and he washes it, he puts on the other one. Then at night, because there's a hut now, and the hut is a little warm, so what goes in there? What goes in there? Huh? Mice, rats. So the rats start to eat his clothes. So he went to the villagers and told the villagers, oh, I like the hut, but these rats are eating my clothes. This is how things happen in our life. So the villagers says, listen, to get rid of the rats, you have to have a cat. So the cat comes. Rats gone, but the cat needs milk. So he has to go to the village every day to buy milk. So he said, the villager says, okay, look what? We'll give you a cow. Give him a cow, nice cow. Milk, get the milk, he gets some milk from the cow, the cat gets the milk to drink. Everybody's happy. But the cow needed? Grass. Huh? Grass. So he had to go back for grass. Now, a young lady was just widowed. And I said, look, we'll give you this lady, this widow lady. She can plant the grass, give her a little place in the hut. She can live in the hut, plant the grass, and with the grass, you give the cow. Then the lady started, instead of planting grass only, she started to plant crops. Then he started to help her with the crops. And, he started to help her. Then he decided, you know what, this pretty lady, and the ladies, of course, once companies, so a union was formed, and they got a child. And then he reflected, I left my family and my children to come to the jungle to do tapasya, and look what has happened to me. So he's telling this, if you want not to be attached to anything, if you want to be vairagyam, what Bhagavan says, we have vairagya for banana peel, we throw it away, is that? You have cherry, you eat a cherry seed, you throw it away. Because you have vairagya for that. But when you must have vairagyam for the ordinary, then of course this happens to us. We must try to avoid this, and we must try to sing His glory. Sumirana karale, Sumirana karale, Sumirana karale, Sumirana karale, mere mana tere, pita umara, Hari Naam Bina. Samiran karale, mere mana tere, pita umara, Hari Naam Bina.
सुमिरन कर ले
सुमिरन कर ले सुमिरन कर ले
सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना रे बीते उमर हरि नाम बिना सुमिरन कर ले
पलछी पंख बिना pray to the Lord every day, otherwise you'll be like a bird without wings. पलछी पंख बिना हस्ते दलता बिना an elephant without teeth, नारी पुरुष बिना जैसे पुत्र पिता बिनहीना जैसे पुत्र पिता बिनहीना ऐसे पुरुष हरि नाम बिना
सुमिरन कर ले ओ सुमिरन कर ले सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना तेरी बीते उमर हरि नाम बिना सुमिरन कर ले
गोपनीर बिना गोपनीर बिना और धेनु क्षीर बिना जलते मेघ बिना गोपनीर बिना a well without water. Dhenu chera bina, a cow without milk. Jalate megha bina, a earth without rain. Jaise tarvara, like an orchard without any fruits. Jaise tarvara, phala binahina. Jaise tarvara, jaise tarvara, jaise tarvara, phala binahina. Jaise prani hari naam bina.
सुमिरन कर ले ओ सुमिरन कर ले सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना तेरे बीते उमर हरि नाम बिना सुमिरन कर ले
देह नैन बिना देह नैन बिना रैन चल बिना मंदिर दीप बिना देह नैन बिना रैन चंद्र बिना मंदिर दीप बिना जैसे पंडित वेद विहीना जैसे पंडित वेद विहीना ऐसे पुरुष हरि नाम बिना
सुमिरन कर ले ओ सुमिरन कर ले सुमिरन कर ले सुमिरन कर ले मेरे मना तेरी बीते उमर हरि नाम बिना सुमिरन कर हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे
ओ
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे
हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे
हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे बोलो
हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण
Where this saying came from? Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where it came from? Rup? You're a Hare Krishna man. What's the origin of it? Raju? Which Upanishad? Sattulan, Hari Sattulan Upanishad, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna is written there. So it's not something that was invented by ISKCON group. They used it. It was used first by 500 years ago by
Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it's Prabhupada made it famous.
Yeah.
He made it so famous that in Ford, who is the owner of the Ford company, has become converted into Hinduism. And he has a name. He's married to an Indian girl. He has 2 children. They both have Indian names, Hindu names, Hindu names, through the power of Harinama. Because he says, all this wealth I have still it means nothing to me. And he has given millions and millions of dollars to Hare Krishna. So this name is very powerful. I want to reiterate to you this morning to know that when you get up in the morning, that gap between crawling out of bed and getting out of bed, think of the Lord. And He'll give you positive thoughts. I tell you to increase your subconscious thoughts in your mind and will yourself to do things, and things are going to happen. Don't slouch and say, oh, I can't do it. This one has done it, but I don't think I have the power to do it. I don't have this one by my side. I don't have that one by my side. I don't have it. No! Stop all of that. Be positive in your approach. And when you're positive in your approach, even God will help you. Now I'll start talking about how to stop flatulence. Flatulence, you all know what flatulence is? So flatulence is how to stop gas. Upper gas and lower gas. Has anyone ever traveled on the train in India overnight? Prabhat laughed. I wonder why Prabhat laughed. Karamjit, you ever traveled in the train at night? Overnight? No. Prabhat? You know, instead of the prayers waking up in the morning, you know what we travel, because I traveled overnight when I started in 1975 when I went to India the first time. I traveled by train. I will travel by train from Delhi to Banaras. It's a long travel. And then I travel from Banaras to Madras by train. That's 2 days. So early morning, before the ringing of the bells waking you up, is the whistling of mostly men from the rear end waking you up in the morning. And it's loud. And everybody wakes up. Raju, you never travel by train overnight? What am I saying? Is it wrong? Good. So there you are. You never been to India, Shivo? Okay. We're going to make you go. So, but flatulence is a very important thing. So many people, they eat and they feel bloated afterwards. And there are so many things which tells us why this happened. We start with the stomach. And if the stomach does not have the right pH, pH means the acid. The pH of the stomach has to be between 1 and 3, which means very acid. Because without the acidity, the enzymes I told you, I can't remember well, it doesn't work very well, called pepsin. It does not work very well. It has to have acid. And when the acid does not work, then bacteria grows in the stomach. And when bacteria grows in the stomach, and I told you about one bacteria, it's called, what? What's the bacteria called? Yeah, not pylorus, but you're there. What's the bacteria called? H. H. pylori, which causes ulcers, because it causes alkalinity. It decreases it increases the pH, which means the stomach becomes more alkaline. And the stomach does not work when it's alkaline, it works when it has acid in it. And the stomach, when the food is not digested very well in the stomach, it comes up as burping. Can you see the slide, Prabhat? So, I don't know if you all can see it, it's a little fight. Can you see it? Yeah. Fiber and carbs. And that's what vegetarians eat. That's why they go to India in the morning, in the train. That is what comes out. Fibers and carbs, they are fermented. And when they are fermented, they produce hydrogen and methane. When you pass that type of gas, it does not smell very much. But if the stomach lacks acid, can you see that? Lack of acid? Yeah. It causes indigestion and it causes fermentation. SI means small intestine. SI is small intestine. So what do you take for this if your stomach lacks acid? As a matter of fact, even if your stomach does not lack acid, you must take apple cider vinegar. ACV. You see at the bottom there? Apple cider vinegar tastes, how does it taste?
Bitter.
Bitter. You ever drink apple cider? How does it taste? I can't hear you. What? How does it taste? You don't like it? You take an apple cider. How does it taste?
I dilute it with.
I didn't ask you all that. How does it taste?
I don't get the taste because I dilute it with water.
Okay, but how does it taste? The apple cider vinegar, it's not a nice taste, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing for you. Apple cider vinegar. You will see how much, if you take apple cider vinegar every day, you will see how good your stomach will feel. Pharmacists, do you take apple cider vinegar? Huh? You don't? Okay. All right. And there's something called betaine hydrochloride. You know that one, pharmacists? Betaine hydrochloride? No. That's another, but forget about that. I want you all to take apple cider vinegar. You will see how much of the bloating will stop. Okay. How much of this gas, the gaseous material will stop. Because it increases the acidity of the stomach. And when it increases the acidity of the stomach gets to digest very good. You know, there's something called IBS. Irritable
Bowel syndrome.
bowel syndrome. Mostly women get it. They're all crazy in any case. Anyway, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, comes from anxiety, mostly. Lots of anxiety. Comes from anxiety. And if you can use the apple cider vinegar, you will see how good it will be. So carbs, potato, as standard for us. If you come to Vishnu Mandir, you could be passing a lot of gas because every day you get potato. Potato, rice, lentils, dal, certain things like cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, all causes gas. But what does not cause gas? Lettuce, tomatoes, lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, and olive oil. So these are some things that can cut your gas down with. And you see, there's one section where the cow does 160 to 320 liters of methane per day. This is the cause of global warming. Because what they are doing, they are rearing the cows for beef. Yeah. And because they are rearing the cows for beef, there's so much of gas that is passing from the cow that global warming becomes extremely difficult for us. The cows of themselves cause a lot of global warming because it's pure methane they produce from the global warming. And what prevents us, if you see, it says garlic causes gas, onion causes gas, but it depends upon the individual. So in some individual, it does not happen. And in some individuals, it what? It happens. But you choose what food is giving you a problem, and according to that, you can have a good idea. But the one message I would like to leave with you today is to try to keep the stomach as acid as possible. Antacid is not a good thing because antacid decreases the acidity in the stomach. Right? So antacid is not a good thing unless you're really having a lot of boring. Antacid is not a good thing. Use the apple cider vinegar, use olive oil, use avocado, use lettuce, use tomatoes and this thing. So next week I'll continue. I just want to leave this with you for today, and I'll do that next week, Babaji. We'll do that, continue next week. Thank you very much. Gita Dhyana. Partaya pratiboditam bhagavatam
Narayana Swayam
Vyasena gatitan purana muninam
Madhya Mahabharatam
Advaita Varshine Bhagavate
Ashtarashadhyayani
Amba Tvamanu Salladami Bhagavat
Iti Bhavarishini
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddha
Ullarvindayata Patranetra
Yena Tvaya Bharata Tayala Purnam
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipa
Prapalla Parijataya
Trotra Vetrikapanaye
Jnana Buddhaya Krishnaya
Gita Amrituhe Namaha
Sarvopadishado Gavo
Dukta Gopalanandana
Partho Vatsasudir Bhukta
Duktam Gita Amritam Mahat
Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Kansa Chanuramardanam
Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Vishwadura Tata Jaya Tata Jala
Gandharani Lokala
Shalya Gragavate Kripeda Vahade
Hardena Velakula
Ashwattama Vikarna Ghora Bakara
Duryodhana Vardini
Sotirna Kalupanda Vairananadir
Hevardaka Keshava
Parasharya Vachasanoja Mamalam
Gita Gandhotatam
Nana Kyanaka Kesharam Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Loke Sajjana Shatpadaira Haraha
Pipiyamanam Muda
Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimala
Dhratvam Sriyam Shriyase
Mukam Karoti Vachalam
Bhangum Langayate Giri
Yat Kripatamaham Bande
Paramananda Madhavam
Yam Brahma Barurendra Maruta
Stunvanti Divye Samaye
Vedai Sangha Padakramo Padashidai
Gayantiyam Samada
Dhyanang Vastidatagatena Manasam
Pashyantiyam Yogino
Yasyaltam Navidu Surasuragada
Devaya Tasmai Namaha
Oh, Gita Dhyanam is very important. We should always try to read it. And the mayor of Brampton was here the other day, and he said they are making a park in Brampton called Gita Park. And that is so important. Gita is so important, and I would like to do something here at Vishnu Temple to let Gita remain as in perpetuity, that we must understand and revere the Gita. So I was thinking of doing something right in our park here to make Gita a special place in our hearts. Because Gita does not have the word Hindu in it. It teaches everything about life And Hare Krishna ISKCON movement has done, given a very big Gita to Prime Minister Modi. So it is so important. Now, talking about the mind, we are going to read from chapter 6, verse 5.
It's on the.
Uddharet atmana atmanam.
Uddharedatmanatmanam.
Natamatanam anusiddhayet. Atmanam anusiddhayet. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhur.
Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu.
Atma vaitva ripu atmana.
Atmaiva ripuratmanaha.
Atmaiva ripuratmana.
Atmaiva ripuratmanaha.
Uddharet atmana atmanam.
Uddharedatmanatmanam.
Nama avasaddayet. Natmanam avasadayet. Atmaiva hyat atmano bandhur.
Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu.
Atmaiva ripuratmana.
Atmaiva ripuratmanaha.
Uddharet atmanatmanam. Natamanam avasadayet. Atmaiva atmano bandhur. Atmaiva ripuratmavam. Bhagwan Krishna is telling Arjun, oh Aditi, the sun is too much for you. Come here. Come sit here. You're too soft. Come sit here. Come. One must deliver himself with the help of his own mind. He must deliver himself with the help of his own. This morning, remember I told you, you have to make your mind strong. You can't let a person tell you that you cannot do it. Yes, I can do it. Develop your subconscious. And when you develop your subconscious, you can do it. So one must deliver himself with the help of his mind and never try to degrade himself. Never say, you know what? Oh, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do that. No. Avasadayet is to put yourself into degradation. Avasadayet. That's a Sanskrit word for it. Atmaiva atmano bandhur. With your own mind, let the mind be a friend of your Atman, and that will what? You can lift yourself. Lift yourself by yourself. Don't wait for someone else to lift you up. No. You are your own mind. You are your own soul. Your own Atman. Lift yourself by your own self, and you will get there. Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Krishna
Govinda Hare Murari
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Sri Krishna Govinda Hare
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।
We're going to meditation. On Tuesday is a very special day. It's this Chaturthi. Am I right?
Yes.
And no. Is it not Ganesh
Yes, it is
Chaturthi?
Ganesh Chaturthi.
It is Ganesh Chaturthi. But it's a very full day. The full day is for Ganapati. So in the morning here, I will be doing Havan at 7:30 in the morning. Ganapati Havan. As a matter of fact, Ganapati Havan, you know how it should be done? Ganapati Havan should be done with the rising sun. Do you know that? Do you know that? Or you? Yes, what?
And they do Griha Pravesh, they do early morning. That's the reason.
I don't know about Graha Pravesh. I talk about Ganapati. I know Graha Pravesh. I'm asking about Ganapati Homam. Ganapati Homam is done with the rising sun. And the sun usually rises about 6:30 now, 6:50, 6:30. So maybe I will tell the priest I'll be here at 6:50. I would like to do it. So I'll have to get some coconut, some morakam, and then we'll do the Havan. You can stay back Tuesday, huh? You come. Because he will look after our business. Our business. Right? But Aditi tell me, you know what, I'm look after home and get money anyhow. So let's pray to Bhagavan, meditation. Look at the screen and follow the prayer. Prabhu Ji,
प्रभु जी
Daya Karo,
दया करो
Man mein
मन में
Anabasu.
आने बसो।
तुम बिना लागे सुना, तुम बिना
लागे सुना
काली गत में प्रेम भरो, काली गत में
प्रेम भरो।
तल समंत पूजा नहीं जानो, तल समंत्र
पूजा नहीं जानो
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो,
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो।
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको,
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको।
अब तो आकर बागधरो, अब तो आकर
भान धरो।
We do 2 pranayams and then we go to silence. Pranayam. Let's talk to God. Let's thank Him for everything.
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वर्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृता
Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
mrityormaya vidamgamaya
ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
bhakti ke deep jalavo
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जरा से पीड़ मिटाओ
अमृत रस बरसाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
जीवन को नित महकाओ
जीवन को नित महकाओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
हर संताप हटाओ
नारायण को हर्षाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनापधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम शांति शांति. Wrap your hands together. Put it over your face. Ask for all that energy to come within you. Penetrate your skin. Penetrate your whole system. Keep you healthy. Energize you. Increase your subconscious. And Bhagavan bless each and every one of you. We are very happy to say that from Guyana, both Roop and Aditi are in our temple together. And as they celebrated their 39th wedding anniversary last Sunday, I think. Am I right? And we ask Bhagavan to bless them. They have prepared bhojan for all of us. So today we like to recognize Shri Roop and Srimati Aditi Prasad. And we have two malas. Malakai, I put up. So come. You give her, put her. Ma'o Mangalam, O Kada Mangalam, O Mangalam, O Kada Mangalam, O Mangalam,
ओंकार मंगलम ओम मंगलम ओंकार मंगलम
Guru Mangalam, Gopal Mangalam,
गुरु मंगलम गोपाल मंगलम ओंकार मंगलम ओ गुरु मंगलम ओंकार मंगलम बोलो ओम मंगलम ओंकार मंगलम
O
ओम
Mangalam. Okay, let me go. Oh, thank you. We ask Bhagavan to bless them. They have done so much, not only for our clinic, but so much for so many people all over. Give her that, give her that. Give. It's anniversary, not birthday. Okay. Rupe's birthday was later on. So that is today. Next, Prabhatji. Shyam Ji is celebrating his 80th birthday tomorrow. We would like to wish him happy birthday. And if you are looking, Shyam and Satya, you have done so much for this temple in the past. We'd like to wish you Godspeed. And we miss you here today to tell you personally, but we'd like to wish you happy 80th birthday tomorrow. Next, please. Toronto Marathon. Would you like to say a quick word about it? But the people have heard you already. Just give us an update. Just one thing I'd like to cover. Come here.
Dear devotees,
Yes, on.
It's on.
namaste. There are some frequently asked questions, and quickly here, we're still celebrating Dr. Dubey's birthday. And if you don't know what to get him for his birthday, let's show our support. You could sponsor him for the marathon. He's doing the 5K on October 16th. And quickly on one other item I would like to touch today. A lot of people are asking me, where is this run and how is it, and so we have a quick map here. And what you're going to see where the yellow is, for the 5 kilometers, we are starting at Exhibition Place downtown, and we are going to end at City Hall downtown. And then if you're doing the 21K, you start at City Hall and you go around the beaches, etc., and you come back and you end at City Hall. And for the 42K, which is a full marathon, you'll see it's in the black. So again, it's along Lake Shore, and then you start at City Hall, you end at City Hall. Now, all these roads are going to be closed. They're all secure for us to run on the road. And you'll have 160,000 spectators there cheering us on. So it is going to be a very big event. It's very exciting. As I mentioned before, it's a world-class event. It's once in a lifetime, for you to have this incredible experience. Please come out, join us, join Baba in the run. If you want to do it virtually, Pandit Boch is doing it virtual. So please talk to us. We are scrolling the information on how you can get involved. And Prabhatji was just showing all of the participants. At some other point in time, I'll feature them all. I know we are running out of time now, but please come out and support it. It's once in a lifetime, an incredible experience to be part of a marathon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roy. Devotees and friends, those who are listening to us, this evening, Baba's birthday celebration continues in the Peace Park. From 4 o'clock onwards, there'll be entertainment, food, ice cream, and so forth. Those of you who are not available on Friday, please come out and let us all have a grand celebration for Baba's 82nd birthday. Thank you.
I would like Roop to say a few words. Just a few words.
Roopji.
Roop is, as you know, our backbone in Guyana for our clinic.
Brothers and sisters, devotees, I am indeed very humble with this auspicious presentation today of 2 malas to myself and my wife, you know, we are always grateful to Vishnu Mandir and you, all you devotees, and whatever we can do, we will try to do, and we are always with you. However, Babaji's 82nd birthday is we're still celebrating, and we are indeed privileged and honored to have such a great soul leading us, right? And I am also humbled because I've given a challenge for a book, and I'm happy that Babaji has consented. And I know that being an inspiration to us here at Vishnu Mandir, he can be an inspiration to the world because, you know, from humble beginnings in Guyana and has left that shore, come here and has, you know, done fantastically well for Dharma. Not only Dharma, but also for medicine and for helping people also. So we are indeed lucky, we are blessed, and may we continue to be, you know, good devotees of Vishnu Mandir and participate in whatever events they are. And I must congratulate Roy for that fantastic walkathon. It's indeed a very good thing.
Yes, yes, that's true.
You know, and we'll hear more about it. Sitaram, God bless.
Shri Radhe Govinda Bhaja Bada Shri Radhe Radhe
Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe
Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe
Radhe Shri Radhe Jai Jai
Radhe Bolo Shri Radhe Govinda Bhaja Bada Shri Radhe
Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe
Radhe Vrindavan mein
Radhe Radhe
Vrindavan mein
Radhe Radhe
Nandgaon mein
Radhe Radhe
Nandgaon mein
Radhe Radhe
Khazane mein
Radhe Radhe
Khazane mein
Radhe Radhe
Khazane mein
Radhe Radhe
Vishnu Mandir mein
Radhe Radhe
Vishnu Mandir mein
Radhe Radhe
Vishnu Mandir mein
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe
Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Aarti.
Om Jai Jagdish Hare Swami Jai Jagdish Hare Bhakt Janon ki sangat Das Janon ki sangat Kshan mein dur kare Om Jai Jagdish
च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री व्यासदेव भगवान की जय, श्री सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव शंभो श्री राधे।